evening, good evening, good evening. Seemed like it's been a little bit since I have hopped on a live, um, but maybe it's just since the weekend. But like I think I mentioned this before, I am always going through each experience that I have throughout my day, throughout my journeys, throughout my goings on or going ons, I guess as the wiser people would say. And I often, probably 98% of the time, can find a business lesson in that. I'm always, this is a side note, I'm always, when I'm looking in the camera or looking at myself on screen and trying to fix my hair, I always go to the wrong side. Um, but anyway, I wanted to share something with you that kind of made me think about businesses, and if we are doing this in business, then we need to stop. So, and it's one of the main reasons why we need to have somebody to consult with or advise in our businesses. So, for those of you who are catching me live for the first time, either live or on the replay, I am Karen Buggs of KarenBuggs.com. I am an entrepreneur educator and an accounting consultant. I help entrepreneurs like yourself, the everyday entrepreneur, take a look at their business and fill in the gaps of the things that they might be missing with creating a simple, easy to navigate business plan that focuses on pricing and profiting. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. But what I wanted to talk to you about tonight, again, the title is Why You Need Someone to Consult. And this is a must, really. It's no exceptions. I was looking at a news story earlier today, and the intent of the action was awesome. So there was a young teen who wanted to help homeless people. And so what they did was they created or made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they stretched, I don't know, I think they said 40 feet or so. So they made these sandwiches that were 40 feet, and I don't remember how wide they were. And I can't remember whether or not they were trying to set a record or whatever, but I think the main goal was they wanted to feed the homeless. And so they were making these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And of course, I mean, when you think about the overall goal of the act, it was an act of kindness. But the thing that I was most unhappy about was the way in which the sandwiches looked. They were making them on white bread. It appeared that they had them stretched along maybe a gym floor. And I know they probably had something on the floor in order to sit the sandwiches on, but they just kind of had the sandwiches like out. And they made them, and then they started to, after it looked like after they were all done, they started to bag them up. But they were on white bread, and they used, it looked like ice cream scoopers to scoop out jelly, a little bit of jelly, and looked like huge clump of peanut butter. Now, I have volunteered at a men's shelter before, at a homeless shelter. And one of the things that was a common comment, I guess, or common thought was that they have dignity, right? And sometimes the food that's brought in there doesn't make them feel like worthy. It doesn't make, not worthy to receive the food. It doesn't make them feel good. And I think in this particular day, we were there, we were talking about sometimes food that comes in, it is, what are those things that's in a can? Ravioli, like cans of ravioli and, you know, things like that. And again, I'm certain that the giver gave with good intention. However, I don't know if they gave with good thought of the receiver and how it might make them feel. So when I was looking at this news story and I was looking at these peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, all I can think of was, one, it was on white bread. And I don't know, I don't eat white bread. I don't like white bread. And I often tell people the reason why I don't eat white bread, I'm like, roaches don't even eat white bread. So why would I eat white bread? So it's not one of those things that's really good for you. And it doesn't, to me, it doesn't taste good. It was a little bit of jelly and a lot of peanut butter. So you got white bread with peanut butter. Give me 1 second. This is my daughter FaceTiming. Yes. Hi.
You know Charles Barkley is on Shark Tank now?
I don't, but I am on a Facebook Live, and so are you.
Well, hi, Facebook. I'm currently watching Shark Tank.
Yeah, she wanted to let me know my favorite show that Charles Barkley is one of the sharks. Is it new?
Yeah, it's a new episode.
Oh, and if in case you guys don't know, like, she is so hard to reach. She's a college student and she's more busy than probably any of you. So I have to catch her when I can catch her. So excuse me, just give me. He's one of the, like, so who's not on there?
Lori.
Okay. Still, Kevin O'Leary is still on there? And
Yeah,
Robert?
Mark. Oh, Mark's not on there. No, Mark. You know Ring?
What about Barbara? No.
The last episode I watched, Barbara wasn't on there, but do you know Ring, that it's like a doorbell that has a camera service?
Yes.
Well, apparently he was on Shark Tank like a couple seasons ago, and now he's an investor. So he was on there last time.
Mm-hmm.
But Barbara wasn't on that one.
Okay.
And this one, I wasn't paying attention to the intro, but I just saw Charles Barkley.
Okay, you watching it on Fire Stick?
On Hulu.
Oh, okay. I'll have to take a look at it when I get down. Okay.
Well, all right. Go back to your live.
Okay. I love you. I invited you. Why aren't you watching?
I didn't get the invite.
Okay. I love you. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Bye. Okay. Sorry about that. So it was a little bit of peanut butter. I'm sorry, a little bit of jelly and a lot of peanut butter. And peanut butter is already sticky. And to have it on the white bread is probably going to, stick to the roof of your mouth. It just, I guess the bottom line of what I'm saying is it did not look tasty. I wouldn't feel comfortable handing that to somebody in love or in a gesture of saying, I love you. I'm grateful for you. I want to show you that you matter. So I told that story, to kind of drive 3 points home, or to drive really just one overall point, but in three different ways. Don't offer to someone else what you wouldn't want, even if it was free. My guess is that where this news story was located, in the area where this news story was located. That if I went into 80% of the homes, one, none of them probably eat white bread. Two, they probably don't even eat peanut butter and jelly. And three, they would never eat a sandwich that had been out for however long it takes to make sandwiches that were 40 feet wide, and like I said, however long they were, because I'm sure the bread has gotten hard. And so it just wasn't appealing. And so to offer that to somebody who is maybe already feeling down and out would not make them feel better, right? Like just because you gave them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or because you gave them a thing, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make me feel better. So what we need to think about in our businesses as it relates to our offerings of our services and our products is we have to think about our core values. What do we want to stand behind, or what's important for us? Is this something that I will offer to my mother, my father, my husband, your wife, your kids? Like, are these things that you will offer to your loved ones in that same manner? So what are your core values? The other thing is, what is your brand identity? What do you want to be known for? What do you want people to say about you when you're not around? And much like that I'm reminded about the gentleman at the men's homeless shelter that said sometimes the food that comes in it's like I'd rather not eat anything. Just because I'm homeless doesn't mean that I don't have dignity. Just because a person is, maybe in a bad situation and you know that they need the thing that you have, it doesn't mean that you should give them less than what they deserve. And then the third thing is your product or service, you should make sure that it's making an impact or a transformation, right? And so those three things you need to think about. Your core values, what are the things that are most important to you, and how you present your offers and your services to others. What's the brand identity? What do you want people to say about the things that you offer, the products that you have when you're not around? How would they describe it to someone else? How would that make them feel? How would they explain the experience? And is your service or your products making an impact or a transformation? And are you able to relay that? So if nobody says a word, or if you don't say a word when offering your services or products, and you just offer, let's say you have a product, we're talking about the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. If you just offered that to somebody, would you be happy and excited and be able to tell them why it makes an impact in the transformation? Does it line up with your core values? And does it tell the story that you want to tell when you're not around? So in thinking about what we offer to others, we want to think about how we want people to feel, what you want them to experience, and what you want them to remember. So that ties back into our core values, brand identity, and impact and transformation. Those are the business buzzwords, if you will. But the layman's terms is plan how you want people to feel. Plan that out before you even create your services and your offerings and your products. What do you want them to experience? And what do you want them to remember? Answer those before you start creating it. If you already have your business, your services, your products, and they're doing well, ask the people that you've served, how can you kick it up a notch? Because always, 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 you want to make sure that you have those three things at the forefront of your offerings. And the reason, back to what our topic was, why you need a person to consult with or an advisor, it's because we can't think of everything, right? We're busy creating and doing the business, operating as CEOs, and sometimes we just can't think of all the things. And so having somebody to consult with and having somebody to help us and advise us on different things that we either don't know or can't remember helps us to put us at a more advantage, helps to put us at a level where our products and our services go from good to great, from great to exceptional, from exceptional to life-changing. So we should always be thinking about how we want, again, people to experience and what we want them to feel. And sometimes an advisor or a consultant helps us to do that. Either they've been there or they have helped other people through it. And we are just too close to the thing that we're creating or doing that we can't think of everything because it's our baby. And nobody thinks that their, baby has problems or is ugly. And also, the advisor helps to keep you accountable, right? Keeps you accountable to those things that you planned for from the beginning. How you want people to feel, what you want them to experience, and what you want them to remember. An advisor and a consultant can keep reminding you about those things and the products and services that you are offering. So that's all that I have tonight as it relates to why you need someone to consult. It's a must, it's no exceptions. If you want to create long-term strategies in your business and not short-term. If what you're doing is a hobby and you don't plan to do this for the long term, then perhaps you won't need an advisor or a consultant. But if you are in this for the long haul and you want your business to be around and to be stable, then you certainly must get an advisor or a consultant to help you to figure out the things that you don't think about, you don't know, or you don't remember. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It was a pleasure spending time with you. If you're watching the replay, again, my name is Karen Buggs of KarenBuggs.com. I am an entrepreneur educator and an accounting consultant. I help entrepreneurs, everyday entrepreneurs like yourselves, to fill the gaps in their business by creating a sound, simple business plan that focuses on pricing and profits. So it's me, and that is all, and I will see you all next time.